Now, the Donegal accent is apparently the most challenging for voice recognition software. Yes, that's right. Alexa and Siri find it hard to understand that beautiful accent. Our reporter, Will Burton, went out and about to see what accents we find difficult to understand.
Which accents do you find difficult to understand?
Probably, well, if somebody was from Kerry or somewhere like that, I would find that very hard.
And what do you think of the Donegal accent?
Oh, I think the Donegal accent's brilliant. Love it, so I do. Absolutely love it. It's really, really nice. Good accent.
So which accents do you find difficult to understand?
Spanish. I don't know. French.
Kerry. One's from Kerry, I think.
And what do you think about the Donegal accent? Do you like it?
I don't mind Donegal accents.
Hey,
well, we live very near it, so
border,
we can. I understand it and can understand everybody.
I can understand it too. Yeah.
Definitely for me, got to be Cork. Don't come across many people this far north from there, but when I do, it's fierce.
And what do you think about the Donegal accent?
It's rather tame. It's a bit lilty and singy, but quite tame. They're okay. They have a lot of access to them as well. So.
And how about yourself? Which accents do you find hard to understand?
Sligo accent I find really hard to understand. But other than that, the rest of them is usually fairly simple.
And do you have an opinion about the Donegal accent?
It's a nice accent, there's nothing wrong with it. Very close to our own accent here in Curran and Derry, so not far away.
Oh, I heard my favourite accent in there, the Scouse accent. I proper love the Scouse, me. Kevin Curran is a professor of cybersecurity at Ulster University and a proud Glaswegian. Good afternoon to you, Kevin.
Good afternoon, David.
A Galwegian, I beg your pardon. I was going to say you haven't got a strong Glaswegian accent. Kevin, can you explain voice recognition technology and how it understands accents?
Yeah, in fact, the accent problem has been there for many years because training voice recognition systems can be quite difficult and expensive. So therefore, they've used generally the same corpuses for many years. And it came from the University of Pennsylvania, where they recorded 2,500 hours of 500 speakers on a phone. And then that was used by a lot of systems to train them. But by doing that, of course, the system becomes very strong with kind of a North American accent and a certain accent. So therefore, when you have a strong regional accent, of course, the system is always trying to pick up, and it usually works in phonemes, as we say. They're the smallest unit of speech which has a semantic meaning. So that's how voice recognition's systems work. They translate, obviously, our analog voice into a digital form through an ADC converter, and then it tries to represent that. And of course, they have got better. Nowadays, what we have is artificial intelligence being used by the likes of Google and Google Home and Amazon and the Echo products, and it is getting better. And of course, the more you use your particular speaker, the more it'll become used to you, especially when
Are you telling me that they're learning the way the different things we say?
All the time, yeah.
That's worrying.
Well, no, that's technology. You can go into Amazon, you can go into Google. I mean, they do record everything you say. It's in your history. And again, if you're worried about that, you can go in and delete it. But everything you've ever spoken to those systems is recorded and kept on the servers again. So you can delete that if you want. But of course, you delete it, you're back to square one because
it has to learn again.
It does, and it's not bad out of the box. And they're quite good because there's only a finite number of commands we speak to a system. Whereas a general purpose speech recognition system could have to deal with anything, and they're more difficult again. Hence why even TV stations will still use human transcribers for the subtitles.
Right.
Because the technology is not quite there to do it in real time.
Surely there are accents that are much stronger than Donegal. For the sake of argument, some of the Scottish accents I would struggle to understand.
Exactly, but people do, when they're communicating with a robot, for want of a better word, a computer, they tend to enunciate much better because they really want their command to be understood. Again, there's worries that a lot of regional accents will die out in the future when we start to speak to digital assistants. And again, in this case, we don't know how many people were sampled by census-wide. Again, Donegal, Clare and Kerry were the worst, and Laois, Roscommon, Carlow and Limerick were the best. Again, but we don't know the sample size.
Right.
But again, it is, again, there's many people actually, from the different continents, again, have real problems with the voice assistants. But all the time, again, the companies are getting feedback. I mean, Google themselves are seeing when people have to repeat queries. Again, their team of researchers are working on that. What was the problem there in that pronunciation? Speech is difficult. Even the phrase "recognize speech" can be misinterpreted as "wreck a nice beach."
Right. Well, you can understand that. But what you're telling me, in short, is that these systems are learning and are improving. People in Donegal don't need to worry too much about the way they're speaking.
Not at all, no. But it does help if you slow down and you enunciate properly.
All right. Dr. Curran, thank you very much indeed for enlightening us on that. I'm going to use that as an excuse to stop my children from using Alexa anymore. Now, she's the original Material Girl who has been shocking us and pushing boundaries since she first broke onto our TV screens here in the UK on The Tube back in 1983. I was but a slip of a thing. Believe it